What if I told you that purpose isn't a job, or a mission, or even a calling? That it's not even something that you have to find. It's more along the lines of something that you have to live, right? Most people never feel aligned because they're always chasing purpose like it's a finish line, like it's an end result. But purpose isn't necessarily something that you have to like chase or find, or not even something that you have to do. It's purpose is more so how you show up moment to moment, uh, living in your truth. I'm Luther, and welcome back to the Self Image Alchemist, where we help people rewire their mind to live the life that they were always meant to live. And in this video, I want to talk about finding your purpose, right? Because it's not something that you have to find per se, because you're not really finding anything. And some people confuse purpose with something that that they have to do. Like I used to do it. I used to always think like, oh, I want to find my purpose. What is it? And the first question that pops up when people think of finding their purpose is, what is it that I'm supposed to be doing, right? And that's really the wrong way to look at it, because and I give you an example with my life, right? Because I thought my purpose was I guess like teaching manifestation, right? Because when most people look for purpose, myself included, in the past, I was looking for something that I had to do. You know what I mean? I was chasing a noun, like a title or a position or a mission. But that can change. It can morph. Like, because in the beginning, I guess you consider my purpose was, or what was true for me at that time was um, just expression in any form that I felt comfortable expressing, like whatever felt true in that moment. In the beginning, it was simply just writing. It was just showing up and being willing to open myself up to other people, to expose myself to other people, to express myself to other people about what I believed in. That was my purpose, during that time period. And then it slowly started to like morph into like, oh, more self-expression, because I had so much growth, that became true for me. So for me being in my purpose, I needed to express that truth. That was my purpose. It wasn't necessarily any one thing that I was doing. I mean, I've done blogs, obviously been on social media, YouTube now, created courses, just many things, and like I said, purpose can change. I even pondered like writing a book, like starting like a podcast, like all kinds of shit. Like your purpose, if you think of purpose as something that you do, it will change and you will forever be chasing it. It's just that simple. I don't believe purpose, and it's not even really about alignment. Like I don't believe purpose is alignment either. I think it's acknowledgement. Like the moment you stop forcing and start facing what's real, you're in purpose, right? And I don't mean like trying to like force, like for example with me trying to like force a YouTube channel, or trying to like force, being this or that. It's me being 100% authentic in what I feel is true for me. That's all it is. It's resonance. It's actually purpose is actually a frequency. It's something that you live day to day. Now this is so freeing because it releases a lot of the pressure of you trying to look out into the world, trying to find something, trying to discover something, when there's really nothing out in the world to discover. The only thing here to discover is yourself, because that's all there is yourself. That's what you are discovering. That's what you are learning about. That's what you are healing. That's what you are manifesting. That's what you are attracting. That's what you are repelling. Is the self. That's really all there is. So how could purpose be something that you do? You know what I mean? How can purpose be a title that you hold? How could purpose be a place that you live? Like it's not. Purpose, you carry a purpose with you. It's how you show up every day. It's how you move. You know, purpose can be in how you think or how you see yourself. That's really all it is, because like it's just nothing outside of you, and it's not something that you have to find. It's something that you have to literally live. Like, you can't. There is no. I'll give you an example with my life. Like, I started living on purpose when I started realizing that I had this deep desire to just be authentic, right? I got to, after a while, you just get tired of like hiding yourself from the people that you work with, and that's why some people end up hating their jobs, because they can't be themselves at their job, or they feel like they can't be themselves, so they show up as this character, the person who works this job. You know what I mean? And eventually they end up fucking hating it, like, because they can't be themselves. It's the same thing with certain relationships. You may show up to a relationship, it feels good to be in a relationship with that person, but at the same time, you don't feel like you can be yourself, and you end up resenting them, or you end up becoming depressed, bored, unhappy, you name it, right? It's the same thing with a job. You end up becoming depressed, bored, unhappy, you name it, right? That's because you're not living on purpose. You're not being in your purpose. And to do that, you need to be authentic to yourself, which means you need to discover, if anything, you need to find your inner truth. You need to follow that inner compass, things that really light you up, truly light you up, right? Don't deny yourself. Don't deny your own expression. Like, the soul wants and needs to be like expressed. Otherwise, why come here? How can you truly learn lessons in this life if you're not being authentic with yourself? Because you're showing up as this fake version of yourself, and you're going to get fake results that's not actually 100% true, and you're going to learn fake lessons from that. And the real lesson is, be more authentic. Be more of yourself. Like, the world doesn't need another me or another whoever. It needs one of you. That's it. That's your purpose, right? And it doesn't matter what you end up doing. It doesn't matter what I end up doing. Like, I can do anything and have that be my purpose. It will morph into this grand thing of fulfillment just because I'm being authentic. Purpose isn't like a destination, basically, is what I'm trying to say. It isn't one thing. It isn't one thing that you have to like work towards. It's your soul expressing itself in an authentic way throughout your entire life. That is purpose, right? It's nothing that you actually have to get. Purpose definitely, it just, what I'm trying to say is, purpose just isn't, it isn't something that's out there, right? It's already in you. It just needs your permission, right? Truth by truth. It's how you align. It's how you live it, and that's pretty much what self-image alchemy is all about. Like, for the time being, like, this is what I'm all about. This is my purpose. This is how I show up. This is how I be authentic. This is what's true for me. This is the frequency that I'm on. My soul's expression, my purpose. And I challenge you to try to be a bit more authentic with yourself and how you show up. You know what I mean? Don't show up. And I'm gonna say use a little bit of caution with this, because it may come as a bit of a shock to people when you truly start being authentic and true to your own values and what you believe in around everyone. That's purpose. And I challenge you to do that, at least to small degrees, and then increase it. Like, for example, start showing up at your job like on purpose, right? Even if you hate it, challenge that feeling. Like, why do I hate it? Do I hate because, is it what I'm doing? Is it the people around me? Does the energy feel off? Like, and then ask yourself, like, well, who do I show up as? How do I hide my real version of myself from the people that I work with? What do I keep from them? And I'm not saying you have to share every like secret or anything. I'm just saying, just be authentic. And you can ask yourself the same thing with relationships. Like, am I being authentic? You know, even if you're not in a relationship and you're looking for one, well, are you showing up as yourself looking for a relationship? Or are you kind of like putting forth like just the best qualities or just these things because you think these specific characteristics or qualities will attract the person that I want, as opposed to you just being yourself and attracting someone who actually likes that version of you rather than some fake thing that you have made up. People get depressed when they show up, and I'm laughing because I'm thinking of myself, because in the past I used to show up as this, like, people now when they see me they'd be like, what the hell, like they can't even like fathom that I am who I am. You like, because I've hid this part of myself for the longest time. You know what I mean? My spirituality, like my curiosity, the things that I believe in. And that's not a good feeling. You know what I mean? That's a lot of baggage to carry, to keep playing this character. It was this quote, I can't remember it exactly word for word, that Jim Carrey said. And it was basically his definition of what depression is. He was like, he said depression is like your soul's, what did he say? And you might know this. He was like, it's your soul's way of telling you that they're sick of playing this character that they don't want to play anymore, right? That's depression. Showing up every day as something that you don't want to show up, that takes a lot of energy. It takes more energy to be fake than it does to be authentic. It takes a lot of energy, right? I worked at my last job. I used to go there, and these just people, I look around sometimes. I'm very observant, right? And I'm introverted, so I'm like super observant, right? So I'm looking around these people, and I'm like, man, what the? These people look like zombies. Walking around and just like they hate it. But if you would talk to any one of them, they act like they're content. And I'm thinking to myself, like, God, this is so fake. And I can see the real them, and it comes out because I naturally bring that out around people when they're around me. I call it a gift, call it a frequency, or whatever you want to call it. I just naturally bring the real version of you out when you're around me in person. I just have that kind of energy, and I love seeing it. So when I'm around these people, like, I know, like, to a certain degree of like who they really are, but then seeing them show up as this fake version of themselves, I'm like, man, I want to help them. Like why do they feel like they need to hide themselves? You know what I mean? It's for embarrassment or I don't know, some kind of like deep-rooted self-limiting belief that they learned from childhood, maybe, you know. And that's another thing on why healing is so important when finding your purpose, because you're not actually finding it, you're revealing it, you know, to yourself and to the world and to everyone else. You know, if you live on purpose, people will see it. You know, people would notice it. It's a frequency that you carry. But it's definitely not something that you have to find. You don't have to find purpose. Stop looking for your purpose. You don't have to look for it. You just got to be it. It's nothing that you can find outside of yourself that is your purpose. You can find desires, you know, you can find interests, curiosity, but you're not going to find purpose, right? You're not going to find purpose. Purpose is something that you find from within, is what I'm trying to say. It's not going to be anything outside of yourself. And this is something that I really wanted to share with you. I felt it was important, you know, it's definitely one of the key pillars that I founded self-image alchemy on, is living on purpose, you know, and that takes courage and it takes authenticity. So yeah, if you're definitely interested in more content like this and even other content, please leave a comment if it's something that you really want me to like cover or discuss that could help you, even with purpose, with manifestation, with any along the things that I've been talking about and will continue to talk about. Definitely leave a comment, right? Like, subscribe. Check the links in the description. It's to a self-image alchemy quiz that I created that's based off human design, a little bit of astrology, and that Myers-Briggs test, that MBTI, which stands for Myers-Briggs type indicator, I believe, which is weird, but whatever. And what else? That'll also connect you with me personally and put you on my email list where I share a ton of stuff that I don't share here. That's been a lot of what I've been working on, trying to give you guys stuff like for free that will actually help you. But it does put you on a wait list for the beta that I have coming up. It's a 8-week long program with just tons of stuff that you need. Real grounded manifestation, healing, self-discovery. It's chock full of a ton of things, right? And if you do join the waitlist and join the beta, also you're entitled to the entire full course. So you're not only would you be helping me create the full course, you get the full course for free. You know, you just gotta sign up for the beta. So anyway, those links are in the description. Again, like, subscribe, comment, share, and stop looking for your purpose and start being it. All right, start living it. Thanks. Until next time.